Hi everyone, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 1. Back with Ajax again today. You join me for the Dutch Super Cup against Feyenoord, basically the Dutch equivalent of the Community Shield. The winners of the league versus the winners of the cup, obviously us, the latter. And then we'll also play the second leg of our European Champions Cup, best placed third qualifying phase game thing. Yeah, probably butchered that. We play Zorya from Slovenia. I don't know. Ukraine. There we go. The first game was 1-1, so hopefully we can get past them today. And then the league starts next week, so we'll be back for that in the next episode. Again, we play Feyenoord. Nice, easy start to the season. Over the summer, we've been pretty busy. Made a few changes to the team. Okay, I say a few. Quite a lot. It's not all first team players. I've not gone mad, don't worry. We'll talk you through the outs first, I think. De Freitas has left for Groningen. He was just a bench player. Aldrete was the backup left back. Was unhappy at lack of football, so we moved him on to Angers for 2 million, which is alright. Onana, similar story. Backup keeper, unhappy at lack of football. Moved him on to Rennes for 3 million. Izamat Mirin, another player, unhappy with the lack of football. 2.3 mil to CSK Moscow, so that's not too bad. Christian Rodriguez, the left winger, has left upon expiry of his contract. Glavsic, the player we bought in January, he had interest from quite a few clubs actually. Partizan wanted to buy him back. I did accept that bid. He eventually chose Rubin Kazan. We make a little bit of profit on the transfer. He was alright, he was a good player, but he wasn't going to be a starter, so we let him go. Ziefwijk, the backup right back, has joined West Brom, 7 million. Some more potential money from that deal as well, so that's pretty happy with that one. Asano's gone out on loan for the year. We've got loads of strikers, so we've let Asano go out to Galatasaray. Dompe Diarra, the left midfielder we signed. My assistant's basically lied to me, and he's not quite as good as I thought he was. So he's gone out on loan to STVV, who are Belgian, which is where he just joined from, Standard Liège in Belgium. So he's gone out on loan for the season. Karel Eiting, something like that. Was a good defensive midfielder that was out on loan last year and had a couple of bids. We let him go to PSV for 4 million. And Zivkovic, another striker, out on loan to Granada for the year. So not a squad overhaul as such, but we've got some good money for players that weren't guaranteed to start. So not too bad. And then in terms of ins, obviously Dompe Diarra we've spoken about. These other ones here are youngsters. Pasalic is a 24-year-old midfielder from Chelsea. We've got him on a free transfer. 24, yeah, that was it. Plays as a deep lying playmaker. So he's effectively Glavsic, but better. So to get him on a free was pretty happy with that. Will probably just be an off the bench option. With James Wilson from Man United on a free. Basically just his 17 finishing persuaded me to get that deal done. Not really hit it off after his promising start to his career at Man United. Hopefully he can probably won't start for us, but if Sehuis goes through some bad form, then won't be afraid to chuck Wilson in. We've got Frank Savor as a young keeper from Australia with an Australian cap actually. It's got the potential to be a really good keeper, so happy to get him in on a free. He'll be our third choice keeper this year, so pretty happy with that. Matthijs de Ligt, I don't know, something like that. Starts the game as an Ajax player. The previous management sold him to Arsenal. He's had a couple of years out on loan, and now I've got him back on loan for the year. The centre back option for Europe and the cups and whatnot. Really tidy little player. So I'm happy to get him in on loan for the year. And similar story with Vaclav Černý, winger. Sold him to Chelsea for big money. Again, been out on loan for a couple of years. Now comes back to Ajax. It's quite a tough one actually because he would probably start, but because of how good Medeiros and El Ghazi were last year, I'm reluctant to drop either of them. But if either of them gets injured or is a good rotation option and off the bench, Černy's a good option, pacey, good dribbling, plays as an inside forward. Yeah, happy to get him in as well. Left back was an area that we were lacking in. Woudenberg, although he's been solid for us, he hasn't been. He doesn't set the world alight. So I went out and spent 25 million on 2 left backs. Yeah, I don't really know why. First one was Eduard Sobol from Shakhtar. Really good stats. He's also really good at free kicks. He got the goal against Zorya in the first leg, so he brings that dimension to the game as well. He's also quite pacey, can get up and down, so pleased to have him on board. And then I signed Ryan Sessegnon as well. Really hot prospect, the Englishman. Can also play as a winger, although I don't know, I'll probably just end up loaning him out because I don't think he's going to play much, but he's definitely a player for the future. Pacey, good stamina, determined, good at crossing as well, which is always a bonus from your fullbacks. Especially, I love FM, loves an overhit cross. So yeah, happy to get those boys in. Then I realised that we needed another right back, so I've gone out and signed David Vittorini from Pescara on loan. Not again, he's not a world beater or anything, but his stats are solid, really well rounded. Plays, can play centre back as well. Develops into a good player. I remember him from last year's game. I had him at AC Milan for years and years and years. So hopefully he can come in and have an impact for us this year. Him and Lang will probably rotate at right back. And lastly, we signed Marko Grujic on loan from Liverpool. Another highly rated player. 23 now though, so sort of should be trying to settle down, find a club, play regular football. Maybe Ajax can be that team. Him and Gudelj, the 2 Serbs, would strike up a nice little partnership, I think. I don't think Grujic will start just yet, but if he impresses me in the cup games and off the bench and whatnot, he's definitely capable of holding a starting berth. Berth? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, double checking myself there. Yeah, so all in all, pretty good. We'll get into the Super Cup today then. Let's see how we line up. It's pretty much the same as last year, really. Nothing drastically different. Keep faith in the system, keep faith in the players. They did as well last year, so why change, Obviously, it's going to be a test for us today. Feyenoord, league winners. Hopefully, we can knock them off their perch this year. So yeah, there we go. Pretty familiar side. Pickford in goal. Lang, Nakim, Forlen, and Woudenberg. Gudelj and Oliveira. El Ghazi, Klaassen, Medeiros, and Serhuis. The bench. Most of the new players I've talked about make the bench. Padut is there. Is Kyrgios, Sobel, Penna, Pasalic, Czerny, Wilson, Vittorini, Delict, Grujic, Kluivert, and Savor. Ugo Chukwu on international duty. Sessegnon doesn't make the bench. Frenkie de Jong is a player that was out on loan last year. Another good central midfield option, actually. 22 years old. So we're pretty stocked up this year. I'm quite happy. Obviously we've got the Champions League to contest with as well. Hopefully, anyway, as long as we get past Zoya. So we need a big squad. Just try and keep everyone happy this year, and we should be all right. We look like slight favourites, but could go all the way to penalties. Who knows? To quick look at their team, playing a very similar formation. Tapia, I know, is a good central midfielder. I think that's Bertrand Traore up front. Yeah, it is. And Van Rijn, solid right back for them. So they'll be up for this today. So hopefully we can add another bit of silverware, couldn't we? That'd be nice. So yeah, if you're happy with my decision to stay for another year, I definitely am. I do think this will be the last year at Ajax, though. Hopefully we can. The ideal year would be for us to walk the league and then have a nice run in Europe. Whether that happens, who knows? But that's the aim anyway. And then I can move on with quite a bit under my belt from my time in Holland, actually. Dutch Cup, hopefully the Super Cup, hopefully the league, maybe. So we'll see. I'll check in on the old boys. Recently had a comment actually on my first video. I forgot your name now, actually, the person it was. Left a comment about my pronunciation of Vålerenga. I think they said it was more Vålereng. I don't know. Something like that anyway. It wasn't Vålerenga anyway. So I have been saying it wrong all this time. So I do apologise to any Norwegian viewers. Although I did point out to him, we're not there anymore, so I'm not going to be saying it as often. But we will keep an eye on them. Check in on. They will be playing their Europa League qualifying as well, so we'll check in on them, see how they're getting on with that. Maybe every couple of episodes or so, something like that. Last time I checked, they were about midway through their season. I think they'd got through the first round of Europa League qualifying. So we'll see. We're approaching the 60-minute mark. Nothing is really happening. I think we'll get Pasalic on for Gudelj. We'll get Wilson on for Serhuis. That will be all we do for now. Get the new boys on, give them a run out, see how they do. James Wilson could be really good. He had a good pre-season. He's just a deadly finisher, poacher, you know. With Medeiros, El Ghazi, Klassen, Cherney as well, off the bench and pinging balls into him and whatnot, then he'll probably score a hatful. El Ghazi, yeah, there we go. 1-0 with 10 minutes to go. Bit of a strange goal. Medeiros just lumps it in. El Ghazi, banging header. Vermeer should probably do better really, but another chance. Ooh, that's questionable. Don't lose it there. Don't lose it. Ah, Rudenberg. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. What is going on? What a waste of a free kick that was. If they score from this. Lang. Oh, Jesus. Wilson now running at him. El Ghazi. Klassen. Yes! 2-0! And that's the game. Ah, Lang and that geezer are injured there. We'll get Vittorini on for his first appearance as well. Hope it's not a serious one for Lang. Ooh, a sprained ankle. That shouldn't be too long out then. El Ghazi just slips it back. Klassen, first time, bang. 2-0. I don't want to tempt fate, but that looks like the Dutch Super Cup is coming home to Ajax. That's fantastic. Well happy with that. Another bit of silverware. That should be the game. He's taking this kick. Yes, there we go. Well done, boys. Another trophy. Fantastic. The Dutch Super Cup. Love it. Bournemouth win the Community Shield. What? What's that all about? What did they win then? Not the league, surely. FA Cup? Fair play. Nice. Lang's out for 4 to 5 weeks. Fair enough. In terms of the Super Cup, most times winner is PSV. We can't be far behind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, a couple of wins behind PSV. Haven't won it for a few years, so buzzing to get that. Cool. Right, I'll meet you for...
Okay, so I'll leave you today as the proud holder of another cup as Ajax manager. If you're as delighted as I am with that, then show some love in the comments or the likes. And yeah, and then we'll be back on Wednesday as the league campaign gets underway. So we'll see you then. Cheers.